On the show tonight, we're talking Bonkers Bingo, the 10th anniversary of the GEMA Gallery, and for the first time ever, Kirzy on the music stage. Take it away.
Getting lost in open sea, but the water still washed you next to me. If we go drifting and changing tides, I'm happy washed up anywhere by your side. If you get stranded in foreign land, I'll guide you home if you take my hand. We'll laugh and sing whilst I take you there, 'cause with you I could go anywhere. Open up my eyes, I see. What have I been missing? Open up your heart with me. This is what we have been wishing. Hills and lakes and waterfalls, can't imagine what we've seen. A lifetime of memories it seems. Now it just feels like a dream. Driving down an open road, the sun setting down on the coast. I'm talking to you as the night falls down. I swear the stars look brighter when you're around. And what was life even like before? I don't really care, I know I just want more. Open up my eyes, I see. What have I been missing? Open up your heart with me. This is what we have been wishing. Hills and lakes and waterfalls, can't imagine what we've seen. A lifetime of memories it seems. Now it just feels like a dream. Take a minute and realize one day, tomorrow, this will only exist in our mind. Open up my eyes, I see. What have I been missing? Open up your heart with me. This is what we have been wishing. Hills and lakes and waterfalls, can't imagine what we've seen. A lifetime of memories it seems, and now it just feels like a dream. Cheers, nice, thank you.
That was so good, wasn't it? Incredible. Kirzy, thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
First time on the show, and that's mainly because you're only on Gym for a short period of time, you know?
Yeah, just a couple more weeks here, so.
Yeah. Some may recognise you've been busking for the last couple of weeks outside of, what, about Parliament area?
Parliament and up and down the main street.
Yeah. Nice. And that was an original, wasn't it?
That was an original, yeah.
It's a beautiful song.
Thank you.
If anyone, can anyone like download that stream?
Yeah, you can find it on Spotify or YouTube. There's a music video. A Lifetime Memories, Kirzy.
Fantastic. And your second song is going to be a Johnny Cash song.
Yeah, a Johnny Cash cover. One of my favourites, yeah.
That's going to be good. And, well, we're going to be finding out more about you in part 2, actually, because you're going to be on the sofa.
Yeah, nice one.
Finding out what you're doing in Gib and what, looking forward to that. Nice one, Kirzy. Thank you.
Nice one. See you in a bit.
Welcome to the Hub. Hope you're having a great Wednesday so far. And yes, as we just mentioned, Kirzy will be on the sofa. We'll be finding out more about him a little later. Also, Bonkers Bingo. It sounds fun. Sounds a little unhinged, really, doesn't it? But that's what it's all about. So we'll be speaking to the organisers of this year's event tonight. And right now, the GEMA Gallery, this year celebrating its 10th anniversary with a series of events. Who better to speak to us all about it than Shereen and Davina? Thank you for joining us on the show tonight.
Thank you very much for having us. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, it's always our pleasure, definitely.
I think it's Shereen's first time, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Shereen, so you've been working at Culture for a few months now?
Coming up to 4 months now, yeah. It's been really busy.
How's that going for you? Yeah, it's always extremely busy, I imagine. And with all these series of events happening for the GEMA, have you been quite on top of that aspect of things?
Yeah, I've been quite involved with the GEMA Gallery anniversary celebration, specifically looking at maybe educational sides of things.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been really exciting. Yeah.
Well, welcome onto the show. Before we get into anything, I see all these like papers here in front of me. I fear that you're gonna make me do something. But before we get to that, I mean, tell us, I don't know, some of these. I know there's an open day coming up. I know, like, I think this past week on Monday you were outside Parliament as well. So there's
You
loads
know what we
of
like.
stuff.
It's all systems go.
There's
and
loads of
it's
stuff
really,
happening.
really exciting for us. I mean, GEMA Gallery, it's such an amazing space. It's set within a bastion. Already you're walking into Gibraltar's history. There's an atmosphere there. And I think as a modern art gallery, I mean, it really lends itself to creativity. And I think artists have really embraced the space and used it over these 10 years. So we've seen all sorts of projects and initiatives. And I think for us, it's about engaging with the community. So we've always tried to build on what's on offer, to expand further, you know, and get people to enjoy our creative initiatives and you know what Gibraltar does best. So 10 years, it's always a great opportunity to look at how we can improve things. And initially what we did is we reached out to Kitchen because they've had a great relationship with GEMA over this time. And they had a takeover over a 3-month period. And it was great because they brought sort of a new audience. They did the traditional drink and draw, but really sort of like pushing the boundaries, trying different type of things, which is what we love about GEMA, because the space, the alcoves, those little rooms, really, I think, allow artists to use more traditional methods in a different way, because you're walking into a very different space with those stone walls and so on. And now for us, it's an opportunity to take things further. So we've got an exciting open day. We're going to be open from 10 to 6. Anybody attending will avail themselves of cheese and wine.
Ooh, nice.
And we've got some stations where people can interact and engage. So origami is going to be something that we're going to have on offer permanently for children in one of the little alcoves. But we're going to be testing those that come in that day.
Oh, nice.
We've also thought as well about engaging with the audience even further, and for those visiting, inviting a guest to visit the gallery. So we're going to have at the ready some postcards where there's actually images of artworks on display, and people will be able to invite a friend by sending them a postcard and saying why they have to come and visit. So that's just another of ideas. We've got a few more, don't we?
We've also got a video coming up. It's called GEMA Voices, and during the open day you can add your own voice just by writing it down on a sheet of paper that's in one of the alcoves. So you can walk around the exhibition, you can build up some thoughts and just make a note on this specific wall.
Right.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it's going to be pretty interactive, no?
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things we really wanted. We wanted it to be a special experience where you walk in and it's just not just appreciating the artworks on offer, and that's going to be pretty special in itself. We've tried to do something a little different. So we're basically exhibiting the international art winners going back to the 1960s. So we've learned a lot about the competition, having to delve into the archives. And it started in the early 1960s. I mean, we don't have all the artworks on offer because it didn't exist as a purchase prize. So how it works now is basically the prize money means the artist, we retain the artwork, so we've built the collection over the years, but that wasn't the case then. So, but we have one of the works a couple of them from the 1960s, and Elio Cruz and Mario Fillinson, and people will see that trajectory of how art has changed, you know, international artists, so we've got Spanish winners, English winners as well, and the sculptures. And we've got an installation. I mean, Shereen mentioned there how people can add their voices, but we're also celebrating the voices of GEMA of the past. So all these creatives that have used GEMA in a different way. So we've had plays. I mean, the challenge of putting on a play at GEMA, but Daniel Strain Weber managed it a couple of occasions.
Yeah, he did.
We've got, performances by the Movement Collective over the year. We've had poetry recitals, musicians, children's workshops, book launches. It really has been exciting. Yeah,
this was when we reported back in 2015 the opening of the GEMA.
This was
which would have been your colleague at the time, your co-worker Jonathan Sacramento, because you were working in GBC at the time, weren't you, Dav? And
we can see some of the works that have been there, and over these 10 years, I mean, a lot of activity has happened at GEMA Gallery.
Yeah.
But I think, we have that responsibility to continue that engagement and making sure that people come and visit, because surprisingly enough, even after all these things that happen, there are still people that don't know where GEMA is. I mean, we hold children's workshops, you know, in summer and Halloween. We do storytelling, we do all sorts. And you still get the odd person that says, oh, I've never been here. I didn't even know it was here.
No, for sure. We were just speaking before you guys actually came on, before the start of the show, I was speaking with Kirzy, and we were talking about what the first little chat was going to be about, GEMA Gallery, and I was explaining to Kirzy. I was, Montague Bastion. He was trying to find out a little more about where exactly, like how to get there exactly. And I was honestly, I was finding it difficult to explain it.
It is a little bit tucked away, isn't it? I mean, once you know, there's no going back. And then we've got that lovely green area outside as well, that I think just adds that extra little thing to it as well.
Well, am I right in saying the first, when it opened in 2015, the first exhibition was a Christian Hook one?
No, it was a project by Little Constellation.
Okay.
That's how it...
Need to do better research then.
That's how it all started. But since then, we've seen a lot of artists exhibiting there. And in fact, what we did have was Christian Hook's works on display as part of our permanent collection. But that's now being brought down to give way to the international
across the border as well, no?
sort of retrospective. But there is Christian Hook on display, and now the Christian Hooks have been moved to the National Gallery. This is a really special one, Victor Quintanilla, who lives in La Linea and works with metal. And this was really, really special. Unfortunately, COVID struck. So we did a soft launch, then we had to close, and then we opened a few months after. But his works are really, really incredible.
I mean, in the last 10 years as well, you must have seen kind of the artist grow, no? Like, you know what I mean? There's been so many different artists, different local artists that have made that space so special across the last 10 years. Like, I guess you've seen them kind of, I don't know, mature in some ways, their art, their...
I think it's hard to generalise, but certainly there's a vibrancy. You know, Gibraltar is alive when it comes to the arts and creativity, and there's so much on offer from competitions, exhibitions, different places that they can now exhibit at, different collaborations they can be a part of as well, and that kind of all feeds into it. And this is why I think we're seeing this growth and development all around. I mean, Shereen's an artist herself, so...
I feel like there's more groups, like you're saying, there's more venues to display work. Obviously, with like social media, we've got a lot more, again, exposure and access to more artists. And in terms of, for example, Kitchen, they're finding new ways to use spaces, which will help them grow and experiment with materials. I know Alan Perez showed last night, he did his projection in Casemates. And it's just learning how to use a space differently. And GEMA has provided that, I think, for artists.
Definitely.
And in fact, we're going to be putting on a projection of GEMA's Voices Past. So we've spoken to these creatives who've taken part at GEMA, and they're telling us their journey and what they like about their space and how that made an impact. So that's going to be projected in one of the little rooms. So it's quite like an intimate way of learning about, you know, how the space, the place has added to their journeys. And then you can add your say as well to it. So that's kind of how... We're working with that idea.
Shall we? We'll
go on, Shereen. This is one of yours.
Shereen, explain what's happening here.
So this is origami. Have you done this before?
No. Can't say I have. I mean, I've scrumpled up pieces of paper before. I don't know if you can count that as origami.
It is. It's the art of folding paper. It comes from Japan. So we thought we'd offer this at the GEMA Gallery exhibition next week. But we are linking the actual objects or figures to some of the artworks on display. So there is an artwork that features a dog, a hut, and also some boats. So we've got those options. And the dog would be like maybe step one. Like
step one? Okay, I'll go with step
maybe,
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, may as well. Don't go.
So we're going to challenge you. So hopefully by the end of this interview, this session, you'll be able
to complete
the dog. You think you'll manage?
Yeah. Is Kirzy making one as well? I think Kirzy.
Yeah, we were going to make it into like a competition.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys like a competition.
Is origami supposed to be a competition or?
Well, just for the purpose of the hub tonight.
Okay, yeah. Not like a competitive sport or anything.
No,
I'm going to use my chair.
Not traditionally.
We're breaking the rules.
It's meant to be fun, relaxing, creative. But I think that, you know, one of the things to be said is that we're really, really keen to focus on that educational programme. So that's why now any child, young person walking into GEMA will have an opportunity to go into one of these little alcoves, and there's the origami station. And then we also have like a building block station, like the big sort of blocks where they can play about and you know, have a bit of fun. So that's kind of going to be on offer all the time. And then Shereen has worked on some resources as well, where young people can interact with all the works. And this is something we've been building on over the years, because children, it came from when we used to do the tours. Children don't like to be talked up for too long these days,
No,
you
fair
know?
enough, yeah.
So we give them fun activities to do.
Yeah,
And
like
Shereen's
a-
put these together. Tell us more about it, Shereen.
So yeah, I've had the privilege, I guess, I do have the privilege of working with the educational side of the GEMA exhibition, because I do have a background in art education and curatorship. So I've just selected as many pieces of artwork as possible from the exhibition and created sort of a task that will help kids develop their drawing skills, their literacy skills, their observation skills. And this can be completed like as a family. Young children can do this, as well as teenagers, adults. So there's a good variety of tasks that do
Nice.
relate to the exhibition.
It sounds like it's going to be one that is going to be highly educational as well.
Yeah, they really get into it, and you find with these fun sheets that they go off in groups. They become really intrigued,
Yeah.
really excited, and they leave the gallery with like a sense of joy and almost not knowing. You know, sometimes I find that young people come in thinking, oh, you know, I can't draw, I can't paint, I'm not.
Yeah.
And then they leave thinking, hang on, I can be creative in different ways, especially when
Yeah.
they go into a modern art facility and they
Yeah.
see how you can create art, perhaps moving away from the more traditional ways of just using a paintbrush, you know, and that's great to see. And you know, for us, that's a big
Yeah.
part of the work we do. We've linked it to our Youth Arts Jamboree programme, and already, even the day after the open day, we've got school tours and, you know, different school groups coming to visit. So we've got a full programme ahead, and making the most of this new curation for us as well. It's very exciting to be sharing it with young people.
Nice one. So just a reminder, when is the open day again?
It's on Tuesday,
Yep.
this coming Tuesday. We'll be opening our doors at 10 and staying open till 6 o'clock that evening.
Brilliant. Well, it's been great to have you both. It's always good to see you again, Dav and Shereen. I'm sure this will be the first of many appearances on the Hub
We'll see,
and
we'll
television and all that, because it
Yeah.
sounds like, I don't know, you're really enjoying culture so far and it rides
Yeah.
up your street, no, with the artistic background and
Absolutely,
stuff.
yeah.
We've got a little gift for you before we
Oh,
go. Yay! So a little GEMA bag so
Thank
you
you
can
very
promote
much.
the gallery as well, because it's worth visiting.
I appreciate that. Thank you
And
very
of
much.
course, just to
Thank you.
say, you know, that this is a team effort, and
Yeah.
we really need, everybody at GCS is very hands-on, very excited and raring to go. So if you've never
Yeah.
been to GEMA, now's your chance.
You
Yeah.
definitely, you've got a great team there. Thank you so much. I do appreciate this. And well, we're gonna ask you how to judge these, when to judge these things very shortly.
Right, in fact,
We've got a bookshelf feature. So have you been reading any books this year so far?
Yes, I've just started reading, I think it's called or pronounced Ikigai, which is a Japanese sort of motto about what wakes you up or what makes you get out of bed. So thinking about
it
your
sounds
purpose.
very profound, no? Yeah.
Yeah.
This year I've started recording the books that I'm reading in my journal. I'm a little bit old school. I know there's apps for this, but I'm actually writing, because I want to have a record by the end of the year of how many books I actually go through. So right now I'm reading Magpie, I think it is, yeah.
Which one? Magpie. Nice. Okay. Well, let's find out what piece of literature is being recommended to us now in this week's bookshelf.
So here I've got Every Day by David Levithan. I think this is perfect for fans of Adam Silvera or John Green, sort of contemporary YA authors, but that deal with really heavy themes. So this one deals more with the theme of identity and who are you really, because it's based on A. A has no gender, has no body. A is a soul and wakes up every day in a different body. And that is fine. I mean, you kind of, the beginning of the book, you follow their journey on how they navigate being in this person's body and how they blag it, essentially, because they're just pretending to live this person's life for one day. But then, at some point, they fall in love with a person in this life, and they don't want to go to sleep. They don't want that day to end. But it does, of course it does. The next day, they wake up and they actually can access that person. I don't want to give too much away. But you just kind of follow their journey, and it really talks about themes to, like I said, identity and who are you really if you don't have a body, you don't have a gender, you don't have any sort of what we would perceive as defining features. So I think it was beautifully written as well, like I said, for fans of YA contemporary novels. And it's not one that I hear a lot about. And I think it's a really, really good one. So I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you, Kimberly, for that. So now we've just been finishing off our origami. How's it going, Kirzy?
Yeah, not great. What is that? That's yours.
Yeah,
You've
this is
nailed
my
that.
dog.
You've smashed that. Mine's supposed to be like a love heart, and I made a triangle instead. But
This is how
what happened was that I missed. That's what it's supposed to. But I missed the step because I got confused and I just butchered the paper and.
Kirzy, let's be honest.
I made a triangle though. Does that count?
Let's be honest, with a voice like yours, I don't think you need to be making any love hearts.
No, I was pretty like.
You've got enough going for you. Give me the origami at least.
I shouldn't have made it a
I
competition.
think we have a clear winner, don't we?
Yeah, that's really good.
We have to go with the
Fair
pup.
play.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much. Winner, great to speak to you both, and hope it goes well. I'm sure it will. It's going to be a busy year as
We're
always.
really looking forward to it. Very excited about it.
Coming up after the break, Kirzy, our fantastic musician, not so fantastic origami-ist, is that a word? He'll be on the sofa. Join us in the next couple of minutes. Welcome to the Hub, and hello again, Kirzy. How's it going?
How's it going? Good, good. Yeah.
Yeah, that was an incredible rendition of that first song, that first original, which
Oh,
was
thanks.
truly
Thanks a
beautiful.
lot.
And many who've been walking downtown the last couple of weeks will probably recognise that voice and recognise you.
Oh, nice.
Because you've been pretty busy there, no? You've been pretty active there.
Yeah, it's crazy really, because like it already feels like a lot of people like notice me and stuff in the
Yeah.
streets. I guess Gibraltar's not that big, and it's a
Exactly.
nice community that people hear about things and stuff. So, yeah.
So what brings you to Gib for this short period of time busking here?
Essentially like the weather.
Yeah.
But recently been regretting that. No,
Not today's weather.
not today's weather. But yeah, so I'm moving from the Canaries to York in England.
Yeah.
And pretty much didn't want to move in January because it'd be like the worst weather in England. So I thought, come to Gibraltar. My girlfriend and I are here for January to get the good weather. But it has been all right.
Yeah, it's
just
been
the
all right,
last
to be
couple of
fair,
days
no?
have been. Yeah.
Can't complain about it for January,
no.
really. So in February you're back in York.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it's fascinating. So yeah, Canaries you mentioned there. So for the last 8 years, for the most part, you've been in Fuerteventura.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's, I mean, tell us what took you to Fuerteventura. It really is a fascinating story.
Yeah, so pretty much I took like a gap year. In the moment, when you've got to decide whether you're going to go to uni or what you're going to do. My whole life I thought I was going to do maths, and everyone was telling me to do maths because I was good at it. But I didn't know if I wanted to do it, so I took like a gap year essentially to travel a little bit. And my friend and I went and did it's kind of crazy to think about it now, but we did like this cycling trip around Europe. And I made a friend on that trip who was moving to Fuerteventura. And so after the trip, I was like, okay, I'm on my gap year, I might as well see Fuerteventura, like where this friend's going. And I went out there for 2 weeks just to see it, like on holiday. And one evening I was like jogging and I heard music coming from a bar. So I used to play and like busk a little bit in my little hometown. And I thought I'm gonna check out this bar. I popped my head in my running stuff, and it was a really intimate venue, like a really nice, it's called Rock Island. And it's a very intimate venue. And I sort of like broke the intimacy. Everyone's like, who's that? And the guy on stage started just roasting me. Took the opportunity to like make loads of jokes out of me, essentially. And I was there just embarrassed for like 5 minutes, just like this, like essentially musician, comedian.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I didn't know what to do. And then he was about to play Folsom Prison Blues, the Johnny Cash song, and he played the intro. And that was a song that I used to always sing. So I just like shouted out, I'll show you how to sing if you like. And everyone was like, oh, making it a thing. And he was like, come on then, what do you want to sing? So I went on stage and I was like, just carry on playing that, as if I just it was just a fluke that I knew that song. And I sang that one with him, and then we did another and another, and ended up playing the whole night with him. And after that gig, after that run, people said to me in the crowd, like, oh, you got to meet this person, you got to come to this venue. And I spent 2 weeks essentially meeting the musicians there and seeing the venues. Ended up declining my maths offer at uni, and then it completely changed my life path.
Wow.
And I'm so grateful it did, because it's been like such a great yeah, been great.
And you spent 8
years.
years in Fuerteventura
8 years,
after that.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's incredible how, I mean, this happens to all of us. Little decisions, little moments you take in your life just have such a huge impact. Something so innocuous as stopping in this place during your run just changed
Literally.
the course of your next 8 years of your life.
It's crazy, isn't it? Just the smallest thing can change your life completely. And you wouldn't even expect it, you know, we're always planning for things. And you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So why are you going back to York then?
So pretty much after being in Fuerteventura for 8 years, it's like I kind of did everything that I wanted to do there. And the last couple of years have felt like they've been good, but they've been sort of flat, you know? And I met my girlfriend 3 years ago, and she's English. And because of like the 90-day rule, she's like a bit in Fuerteventura, then in England.
Right, okay.
So we've been traveling a lot, and we went to York. We did a couple trips in a camper van, and we went to York during those trips and absolutely loved it. So we were like, let's try and live in York, essentially.
Nice.
And that's what that song is about, the lifetime memories that I played earlier, is about our travels. And the lifetime memories is how a time when you're traveling sort of can feel like a lifetime when you look back on things. You know, when you're somewhere different every day,
Yeah.
time feels like it almost
Yeah,
expands.
you're right,
So
actually. Yeah.
that's kind of all linking into one.
See, for sure. And you're clearly great at putting yourself out there because, you've been in gym for a couple of weeks and you've got like a couple of gigs coming up this weekend, no? I think?
Yeah. I've got 2 gigs in O'Reilly's bar.
Yeah.
Friday the 30th and Friday the 6th of February. So 30th January, 6th February at 8 o'clock.
Nice.
And then I'm in El Casbah,
Yeah.
Wednesday the 4th of February at 6:30 p.m. as well. So
That's a great spot.
plug in those gigs a little.
Have you found Jib so far in terms of like how have the people downtown taken to you? Have they kind of, I don't know,
Yeah.
stopped and sung along at any point? Any cool moments?
Really, I think the people really appreciate music here.
They
They
do.
really do.
Yeah.
And it's like really like heartwarming because they really care and they stop to talk to you and
Yeah.
they love music. So it's been like a really nice response. Like I said to you, like before we were on air, like when you busk in a place, you feel kind of part of it.
Yeah.
But especially here, I think because there's such a close community, like a lot of people obviously know each other that live here,
Yeah.
that you really do. Like I'm already walking down the street saying hello to everyone.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
incredible. No,
Yeah,
incredible.
it's been
And
lovely.
it's nice that you come and say that, no? Because a lot of the time we live here in Jib and sometimes think we're in our little bubble here, but to hear someone who's just been here for a couple of weeks kind of comments on the warmness and
Yeah,
the
for sure.
close-knitness of the community is really nice to hear.
Definitely, yeah.
I don't know if you have been on like any of the Gibraltar Facebook groups or anything, or social, I don't know if you're active on social media or anything.
Yeah, I got shared. I haven't.
I was going to show you that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
we've
you
got
got
a
it.
little clip of that actually. So they shared this on the Gibraltar community group, I think, on Facebook.
Oh, nice. Yeah, like 3 different people sent me this.
And yeah, there was some really nice messages on the side.
Yeah. What's mad is someone commented on that. Did you see it?
I saw it, they recognize you from Fuerteventura.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I
yes.
was like, what?
Small world, you know?
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, some really nice messages.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like people filming it, and
Yeah.
everyone's really positive. It's not like that kid's been annoying me all day.
Yeah, exactly.
It could go that way sometimes. No.
And funny story, the reason why you're on the hub tonight mainly is because one of our camera crew, Daniel,
Yeah.
was like overheard you whilst he was waiting for the dentist, apparently.
Yeah.
So he came and spoke to you and like, hey, and he told you about the hub and
Exactly,
all that
yeah.
kind of stuff,
Yeah, and thanks for having me, by the way. It's really cool. It's such a cool set here. It's crazy. It's really crazy.
You ever done anything like this before?
Not like I've been on different radio stations and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
but
yeah.
not like live
Yeah.
TV radio.
Because you do have a few originals, no?
Yeah.
That you've recorded and released.
Yeah.
How much? How many?
Probably like 20 odd songs that I've released of my
Yeah.
own, and then covers as well, like more, on YouTube and Spotify and everything. So, yeah, quite a lot. It was pretty much. I mean, these guys from GEMA were mentioning COVID. It was pretty much COVID time. My COVID project was recording music. I'd never recorded music before that, so I spent like 10 hours a day just at home
Yeah.
learning how to use the different softwares and all the equipment for recording. And then that became like a bit of an addiction, and then I started releasing my own music, sort of recording it myself. So it made it quite efficient.
Yeah.
When you do it yourself, you can, well, I say efficient, but like you get really picky with what you want, but you don't have to go to a studio and pay someone, you can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You got your own studio like you guys. Not quite this cool, but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And yeah, you're going to be singing a Johnny Cash song. The
Yeah,
one
exactly,
you just
yeah.
mentioned there. I suppose it's almost come full circle now.
Exactly. I thought it's quite a poetic thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, it's been great to meet you, Kirzy.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No worries at all.
Thanks.
You're a football fan, by the way?
No, to be
No.
honest.
When yesterday in Casemates, I don't know if you saw. I know you've been busy up in town, but I don't know if
I
you've been
saw
around
something,
Casemates.
yeah.
The UEFA Champions League trophy was here.
Oh, was it here?
Yeah, it was here.
Ah.
So lots of people were queuing up, taking photos and that kind of thing.
Wow, okay.
And for tonight's street talk, we actually had Oscar, who was there asking many students who were kind of maybe generally the most people that were there, I suppose, were students, although there were people from all across Gib. But he asked if they won any trophy, what would it be for?
We are here today in Casemates with the beautiful piece of silverware that is the Champions League trophy. And it's really, really loud music. Today we're asking the citizens of Gibraltar if they had to win such a piece of silverware, what would they win it for? All right, what do you guys think about the people lining up for the Champions League trophy?
I think it's okay, but the lines and everything aren't worth it. Yeah, it depends if you're really interested in it and take a photo, then yeah. But for other people, I don't know.
Have you taken a photo with the Champions League trophy?
I have. Here it is.
I wish they would bring the World Cup.
One of my favourite teams, Liverpool, they're in the Champions League. So I had to get a picture with the Champions League trophy that we're going to lift.
Are you guys interested in football at all?
Well, a bit. It just depends who's playing. Not really. I'm bad at it.
If you could win a trophy for doing something that you do every day, like a habit or a consistent thing, what would you get a trophy for?
For not doing my homework.
Always being injured.
Going to school late every morning.
Best musician.
Best musician?
All time.
Of all time?
Of all time. For being such a brilliant friend.
Boxing. I'm really good at boxing. No, I'm not that good.
Practicing my eyeliner.
Probably for procrastinating and being lazy, to be honest.
Running and modelling.
I'd probably say animation.
Probably for wearing odd socks every day, you know? Being late to school.
And you, bro?
I think I'm
always being short.
always being sure.
Really, my stuttering. I'm talking over people. Falling over.
So there it is. Even if they're not all Champions League winners, we've still got so many wonderful winners in Gibraltar. And if you were an award winner, what would you win?
Thank you so much, Oscar, for that. Some great responses. I love the young girl who was like straight to the point.
Yeah.
Decent trophy, but not worth
Not
the
worth
queues.
it.
Not worth the queues.
Hilarious.
So, Kirzy, if you could win a trophy, if you had a trophy for anything, what would it be for?
God. Probably origami, I reckon.
Origami?
Origami. In case you missed it, this is my origami love heart. That was a
love triangle.
I love triangle.
I love triangle.
Wow.
You should take that down with. Are you going to continue your busking in Gib, right?
Maybe I'll
After
sell it
this?
as like merchandise or something.
Exactly, yeah.
Love triangle. It's also got like a little unique bit on top.
A unique bit on top.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. I like how you're selling that. Take that with you downtown tomorrow. Someone's gonna buy
Put
it
it in the
off
bin
you.
for me.
Yes,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice one, Kirzy.
Thanks a lot.
Join us after the break when we'll be speaking to Mike and Laura, the organisers of this year's Bonkers Bingo. Catch you in a couple. Welcome to the Hub and a big welcome to Mike and Laura now. Bonkers Bingo with the tagline, booze, bingo and banter. What more could you possibly ask for? Sounds like fun.
It is, it's bonkers.
Literally bonkers, yeah. So you did the first one last year in November. It was a complete sellout. It went really well. Loads of people had loads of fun. And you thought, let's make this a regular thing.
Yeah, so the first one wasn't actually a sellout. We sold about 300 to 320 tickets. And yeah, but this time everyone seemed to enjoy it. We sold out beginning of January, was it?
Yeah, 3 weeks before the actual second event. And looking at the data, like the ticket sales, first time people were maybe buying like 2 tickets each, but now this time they're coming and they're bringing the full squad. Like, so instead of the people buying 2 tickets each, they're buying like 5 tickets each.
10 tickets as well.
Really?
Yeah.
So obviously that means that they clearly kind of tested the waters in the one in November. They had such a good time. They told all their friends, we need to do this. Maybe their co-workers or a family or whatever, and they're buying tickets for everyone.
Yeah, we've got a birthday celebration at this one coming up next week. A 40th birthday. They brought all the friends with them.
Nice one.
Yeah.
That's going to be good. So, I mean, tell us, to anyone who's watching and is unaware, what Bonkers Bingo is.
Honestly, it's the ultimate night out. So we've got these great hosts. We've got our host that we fly over from the UK, Danny Mazur, and we've got a very special dancer, and her name is Slaggy Maggie. Between the two of them, honestly, they are key entertainment. They are the best match, and honestly, throughout the whole night, we've got a mixture of bingo, comedy, dance-offs, karaoke, everything. And the prizes you can win is everything from a ride-on car to a 6-foot inflatable penis.
It's absolutely not.
It's totally unhinged.
Yeah, fair enough. Good thing we'll pass the watershed. Say that. We're just looking at the clips from November. It does look like a lot of fun, I have to say. Yeah. So, I mean, how is just all this incorporated with the bingo? So, is there a bingo game, then dancing, then another game, karaoke? How is it all split up?
Okay, so initially, everyone comes in, we give them a bingo book, sit down. The host starts calling some numbers out, and for example, number 33 gets shouted, an Irish song comes on, everyone's up and dancing to the Irish song. Number 69 gets called, there's a sexy song that comes out with that, and yeah, so, and in between is the mini games, which is a lot of dancing and everything as well.
Yeah, lots of challenges, and then to finish the night, we finish it off with the Bonkers rave. So Slaggy Maggie, Danny, and everybody gets involved and throws these glow sticks into the crowd. Yeah. And honestly, people of all ages just go mental and let loose.
Yeah, honestly, the age groups, a lot of people initially thought it was more for the younger generation, but we sell the most, it's probably about between the ages of 30 and 40, but we had people right up until 60 there in November, and they were absolutely loving it.
Yeah, and the first event, it was majority women, and now we're seeing with the second event, the women are telling their boyfriends, and men are getting involved. It's a much more even split now.
How long does the night actually last?
So the doors open at about 6 o'clock. We give everyone an hour to get settled, get the seats, get the drinks in, shots all, and it roughly starts about 7, and by midnight it's normally done, so it's not too late either. Yeah,
we know our audience. We know they like to be in bed quite early too, so start early, finish early.
So it's going to be a good one. It's a complete sellout now.
Yeah, complete sellout.
What's the most bonkers thing that happened in the first one?
Oof. Well, Slaggy Maggie was abused multiple times by a few different offenders, both male and female.
Oh, right, okay.
A few gropes here and there for Slaggy Maggie.
The venue is a stunning one, no? Central Hall.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely, I love the venue. And to be fair, we've been working really closely with Johan and Lizette, and they're really great people to work with as well. Yeah,
look at this, it's absolutely packed. They say 320 people were there for the first one.
Yeah.
And what's the capacity?
350.
350, okay, so it was almost a sellout the first one.
Yeah.
So
that
this
was
one
one
is
of the prizes.
The conga and all, this is great.
Yeah.
And as the night goes on, I imagine, and look, as the tagline says, no, booze is a part of it. Do you see, like, people get less bothered about the bingo and more into the
dancing,
the raving scene and all that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. And there's a few little things if you call bingo and you don't actually have bingo.
Oh, okay, yes.
You get a nice, and you don't want to do that. You get a nice hat and you get embarrassed a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you get anyone who turned up for the first one thinking it was just a quiet night of bingo and then getting this?
Yeah, so a few of the older generation thought it was proper bingo, and they pulled up with their pencil cases for a quiet night out.
And then what, by the end, by midnight, they were dancing?
Oh, some of them were loving it.
To be fair, they absolutely loved it. It was brilliant to see, because obviously the first event, not everybody knew what to expect.
Yeah, of course.
But now I think everybody knows what to expect.
Yeah, 100%.
Sure.
Like we've got daily messages on Instagram and everything asking for extra tickets, and people messaging us directly. So there's quite a lot of demand, for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, speaking of demand, clearly it's a lot demand because it's a sellout, but is there future events, perhaps anyone watching now thinking, well, this sounds like a lot of fun. I haven't had the chance to maybe get my hands on tickets for this one, but maybe one in the future. Is that a thing?
Yeah, so we have got more planned in the pipeline, and if you want tickets, obviously they sell out quickly, so visit our website, bonkers.gi, and subscribe, and you'll be the first to know about all these ticket releases. And
yeah, we're hoping to have an event during towards the end of March, but also people have been reaching out to us to host some corporate events just privately for their company as well. So, yeah, hopefully some good things to come in
so
future.
like private I keep getting it wrong, bingo, but bonkers bingo event.
Yeah, a private bonkers event.
There's clearly a want for it in the community, no?
Yeah, definitely. It seems that way.
Yeah. It's just a good night out, honestly.
It does look like that way, yeah.
Good fun. And as well, our first event, we donated a percentage of the ticket sales to Possibilities. And this one was supporting cancer relief as well. So it's a nice cause there as well, for sure.
Yeah. So every event we plan and keep on giving back to the community.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What's not to love then? Giving back to the community and everyone clearly having a great time. So
yeah, exactly.
Thank you so much, Mike and Laura, for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Bonkers bingo. It's going to be something to keep an eye on in future. Before I let you get away, though, we're going to do an impromptu quiz on bingo calls, right? Do you have like the classic bingo calls there, or is it
some
maybe a bit more risque or something like that?
There are more modern ones.
Yeah.
This one's not. This one, I think these are the classic ones anyway. Certainly not risque. So if I said "staying alive," what would you say?
Number 5.
Oh, I would say number 5, yeah.
85.
Oh, 85.
What about Two Fat Ladies?
Oh, 88.
88, yes. Stairway to Heaven?
77. Oof.
70.
67. Grandma's Getting Frisky?
I'd say 69.
60.
Oh, God.
Grandma's Getting Frisky is 60, wow. Okay. And, the last one, Snakes Alive.
Ooh. 11?
Snakes Alive, 55. Basically, they all rhyme, basically, with it. Staying Alive, 85. Snakes Alive, 55. Stairway to Heaven, 67. Legs 11, my director's
I
telling
know
me
that
as well.
one.
Yeah.
Our numbers on the night are very unique. Yeah.
They're very different.
Very different.
Well, judging by, perhaps, yeah.
Like you'll see from the video, number 17 will be Dancing Queen, and we have the theme, the music, and everyone gets up on their feet involved, and
Nice.
it's just an interactive show.
Yeah. Certainly sounds that way. It's going to be a good one coming up next weekend, and then I'm sure we'll be speaking to you more about future ones as well.
For sure, yeah.
Thank you so much, Mike and Laura.
Thank
Brilliant.
you.
Thanks, Stefan.
Right now, well, let's find out what Michael Beltran is recommending for us this week in What to Watch.
Hello, and here's What to Watch. To celebrate the 25th anniversary of the release of The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Rings, all 3 of the Lord of the Rings extended editions are being shown at the Leisure Cinemas this coming weekend. So don't miss out this opportunity to see huge classics on the big screen, whether once again or for the first time. Also closer to home, our Saturday night movie right here on GBC this weekend is The Creator. Against the backdrop of a war between humans and robots with artificial intelligence, a former soldier finds the robot's secret weapon to end the conflict, an AI in the form of a child. Here's the trailer.
When the war started, they protected me. Took better care of me than humans would have.
They're not people, Maya. It's just programming.
That's all for this week. We'll catch you next time for more What to Watch.
Thank you, Michael, and a big thank you to all our guests this evening, as well as to you for tuning in from home. Hope you've enjoyed the show, and right now, well, let's finish it all off with one more great song, as I'm sure it'll be from Kirzy's Johnny Cash rendition. Take it away.
I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. But I'm stuck in false and present, and time keeps dragging. But that train keeps rolling on down to San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, but don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blow, I hang my head and I cry. Well, I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably sipping coffee, and I bet they're smoking big cigars. But I know I had it coming. Yeah, I know that I can't be free. But those people keep moving, and that's what tortures me. Well, if they freed me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it on just a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, no, that's where I long to stay. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. Cheers.